A non-conference NBA matchup between an Eastern Conference team going nowhere and a Western Conference team with a chance at the playoffs. The Washington Wizards are 5 games out of the play-in game with 5 games left to play. For the Wizards to make a play-in game they would have to win out and the Brooklyn Nets or the Charlotte Hornets would have to drop a few. It is not inconceivable. There are also a few mathematical possibilities of going for 1 or 3-2 while the other teams drop several games. It's all a headache for the Washington management team. But so is the roster they have assembled. The Minnesota Timberwolves are in 7th place in the Western Conference and have an outside chance of catching the Denver Nuggets or the Utah Jazz to land in 6th place and not needing a play-in game at all. The one thing we do know is that the Los Angeles Clippers will not catch them for 7th. The Clippers are 5.5 games back and simply not enough games to make it all up, especially if the Wolves beat the Wizards. The Wolves have shown a marked improvement in their play ever since Karl-Anthony Towns won the three-point shooting contest at All-Star break. The Washington Wizards have won 5 of their last 10 games. They went 6-for-80 during that stretch. They are doing what the Wizards have always done, which is treading water. They will win or lose just enough to miss the playoffs and the play-in game while still decimating their chances in the NBA draft lottery. It should be especially painful this season with SG Bradley Beal on the injury list sitting next to SF/PF Kyle Kuzma who is also injured. The team has Kristaps Porzingis that they picked up with a successful trade with the Dallas Mavericks at the trade deadline. It was one of those NBA trades that helped the Mavericks but didn't hurt the Wizards in any way. As this team heads for vacation and looks to the draft they should not rule out trading Bradley Beal finally. It is past time for doing that. Bradley may have only half the value he had last year. And year after year the team shows no improvement after huge trades. Last offseason the Wizards suckered the Lakers into taking SG Russell Westbrook and getting back a king's ransom of useful players. Of course in accordance with Wizards history those useful players did not translate into winning. Why? Because they held on to Bradley Beal, their lone all-star, and watched him hit the injury list for most of the season. They could have gotten so much for him. The Minnesota Timberwolves have won 6 of their last 10 games. They went 6-for-80 during that stretch. They slumped into a 5-game losing streak before winning their last game against the Denver Nuggets. That losing streak kept them from catching Denver in the standings. But c'est la vie. Leading scorer for the Wolves Karl-Anthony Towns had 32 points in the win over the Nuggets, with 24 points from SG D'Angelo Russell and 18 points from SF Anthony Edwards. That is the formula for Minnesota. These 3 players have to perform well to make up for all the roster weaknesses around them. Karl-Anthony has been the best player on a bad team since he was drafted number 1 overall by Minnesota in 2015. It has been sad. But for years I have written that he should be traded to improve the team overall. Until this season, Karl-Anthony has really shown his long-distance shooting and his leadership. Now I scream that he should be traded. The man is top 3 or 5 at center in the league. He is in his prime, he is figuring out a way to win games. He must be traded. That is the only solution for a team that has been bad forever. Karl-Anthony will never be worth more than now. Give him to the Raptors or the Hornets or the Warriors. Anyone needing a center now would fork over a treasure trove of picks and young players for Karl-Anthony. The result would be that finally the Timberwolves could build around Anthony Edwards. And possibly move him to shooting guard where he is more effective.